Well, you heard it all. That's right, cha cha. The cha cha diet. Listen to cha cha early in the morning, be nauseous the rest of the day. You won't be able to eat, and there's your diet for you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday edition with a thank you to both Lou and to what's her name? Andrea, the Roto lady, for doing a marvelous job yesterday. Yep, they do. And welcome aboard, everybody, on a lovely Thursday morning. That's right, we are here for the next 45 minutes to bring you the very best fantasy sports talk that you will hear. And of course, we are right in the middle of the fantasy season, so don't forget. Don't wait another day before you got to make your moves. If you're 10 home runs behind the pack, that means it takes 10 home runs better just to join the pack. So you don't want to be waiting around. Just want to ask if we have the sound. So if somebody could just give me that, that would be fantastic. Beautiful Amundo. J.R. Matz is here from the great state of Cincinnati, and I am really upset with how the Reds have reacted. Not good. Not good. What, have they got, a 4-game losing streak? But in answer to Cha-Cha, who talked about Brandon McKay, let's just give you a little update. He came out of the game. He was hit on the lower right leg with a pitch while he was a designated hitter down in AAA on Tuesday. But they don't think he's going to miss any time. Look, he was yeah, no issues. So just to say what happened, that's what happened. But he's worth monitoring. There's an increasing likelihood he receives a major league call-up within the next 30 days. That's the word out of Tampa. There is a increasing likelihood he receives a major league call-up at some point within the next month. So that's Brandon McKay. If that's what you're interested in, go get him. Just a couple of nuggets, as we call them. And yesterday, I know Andy talked about Matt Scherzer, the first pitcher in the history of the Nationals. You can even go back to the Expos to earn a win and strike out at least 9 batters, 5 consecutive starts. And since he fouled the ball off his face, it makes you believe that every pitcher now should definitely foul a ball off their face if they want to achieve the success like Max Scherzer. For 15 innings, okay, he's had 15 innings pitched. That's Max Scherzer. He's given up 9 hits, 1 run, and 20 strikeouts. So part of everybody's new training will be fouling a bunt off your face. And that'll be the show. You know, we had we had the Tommy John injury, no problem. Now we have the Max Scherzer way to do batting practice. And if I was the pitching coach right now, I'd be teaching all my pitchers how to bunt balls right off their face. Pretty easy, okay? So just go ahead and do it. Now, as we know, the Dodgers and the Giants are looking, they're talking about trades, and the Dodgers and the Giants, believe it or not, are actually talking a trade. And to me, this is like unheard of. They're actually talking about a trade for what's his name, the relief pitcher, okay, for the Giants. His name escapes me. But the last time, I mean, look, the Giants made a trade. And they make trades so infrequently with the Dodgers that Jackie Robinson in 1956 was traded to the New York Giants. And a lot of people don't know that. And the reason that people don't know it is very simple. Jackie Robinson never reported to the New York Giants. He didn't want to play for the Giants, and he just never reported. And that deal never went through. So that's what happened, okay? Counting last night, the Mets bullpen ERA is in June well over close to 8, the highest in Major League Baseball by far. Yes, Andy, something wrong? Okay. Andy comes chomping down the staircase. You wonder if something's wrong. By the way, Clevenger is going to be going Friday for the Cleveland Indians. And the Yankees now have homered, in 29 straight games. The Tigers have homered in 38 games in total for the whole season. How about that? Unbelievable. The Yankees have homered more games in a row than the Tigers have homered all year, by far. And unbelievable. Now this kid Adbert Azolay, everybody's talking about him, but it looks like he may be sent back to AAA. So just be very careful. 4 2/3, 1 hit. Third pitcher since 1920 to pitch 4+ innings and allow 1 hit or fewer in each of his first 2 career appearances. The Red Sox and the Cubs had scouts watching the Tigers and the Rangers. Matt Boyd is the story there. So there'll be a ton of teams after the lefty. Red Sox for one, the Cubs for another. And I think rather than going with Adbert Alzolay, the Cubs are going to try to make another deal. They still have money to get another pitcher. The Dodgers are showing interest in a relief pitcher, Felipe Vasquez. That's what we've heard. The Dodgers want to add the best relief pitcher possible, and they have a very strong farm system that they could use to acquire whatever relief pitcher they want. Yes, Bryce Wilson gets his shot tonight for the Atlanta Braves. Bryce Wilson, and this could be very interesting. So you may want to watch Bryce Wilson, pick him up if you want. It's really worth the shot. Atlanta also looking for another starting pitcher, but more important now, they're looking for that closer. Minnesota, not content to win the American League Central, they are now showing a strong interest in San Francisco Giants' Madison Bumgarner. The Twins are not on Bumgarner's no-trade list, and that enables the Twins to acquire him without his approval. No matter where the Giants want to trade him, the only difference between being on the list and being left off the list is the fact that the Giants have to pay him a little bit more. That's all. They have to buy out that clause. And with the Twins, they don't have to do it. The Phillies have hit 4 homers in each of the last 2 games, and there has not been a National League team to hit 4 or more homers in 3 straight games since 2002, Sammy Sosa on the Cubs. And the last team before that was 1961. I'm talking about 4+ homers in 3 straight games. Wow. Wow. It was 1961 with Hank Aaron, and that's it in the last 60 years. The Orioles allowed 165 home runs this season. Now, that, you may not, to put that into perspective, in 2015, only 13 Major League Baseball teams allowed fewer than 165 home runs for the entire year. All right? 13 Major League Baseball teams allowed fewer than what the Orioles have given up right now in home runs. Unbelievable. And Franmil Reyes hit a 450-plus home run. And I'll tell you what, he's 452. It's the Pirates. The Padres lead the majors in 450 feet home runs this year. They had 5 of them all last year. They got 8 of them so far now. And here's the thing. We all talk about the fact that the Yankees have hit home runs in so many games. But even more impressive is they haven't been shut out in 162 straight games now. That's a full season. The Marlins have been shut out in the last 162 games 19 times. And that's the longest streak since 2000. Okay? So, since 2000, that's when the Reds went 208 games without being shut out. Just to put that in perspective, Aaron Boone was the third baseman for the Reds. Chris Sale has now allowed 8 runs in the first inning this year in 17 starts. Last year, just to show you the difference in the seasons, he allowed 8 first-inning runs in 27 starts. So far, he's done it in 17 starts. And DJ LeMahieu, if he is not on the All-Star team, I would think it would be the first time I can recall that an MVP. I would say DJ LeMayu may be the first half American League MVP. Anybody else who you think would be in contention with DJ LeMayu? He's hitting 478, 13 for 67 with 42 RBIs with runners in scoring position. Unbelievable statistic. He has been the Yankees' most valuable player. And when you're a most valuable player, could be the American League's most valuable player. Um, Really, Big Al is here. Good morning to Big Al. School has ended. Summer school starts Monday. Uh, so DJ could be the MVP and not on the All-Star game. All right, let's go around the horn now and talk about all the games. The biggest problem the Diamondbacks have is they haven't been competitive with most of the other teams in the National League West. They're 5-4 against the Giants and 9-21 against the other four teams. So not good for LA. And the starting pitching depth's a problem. The shaky bullpen. One-run games, they're 12-17, and at home they're 17-22. So that's why this team is called Mediocre, 41-41. So there you go. Eduardo Escobar, three-run homer. That gave the Diamondbacks a four-run lead before Los Angeles recorded an out. And then, of course, the Dodgers, best record in the majors. They lost just for the second time to Arizona in their three-game series. But Jared Dyson had 3 hits, an RBI, stole 2 bases, raising his National League lead in stolen bases to 19. Also had a home run stealing catch over the right center field fence. Unbelievable. Cody Bellinger hit his 26th home run, tying him for the 4th most before the All-Star break. Before the All-Star break, Bull Dinky. How many games have they played? They started the season early. Come on, the All-Star break is a bunch of Bull Dinky and poppycock. L.A. charged with 3 errors, 2 by first baseman Jock Peterson. Boy, oh boy, they really want him to play some first base. The Diamondbacks roughed up Tony Gonsolin right away. His first big league game, called up from Oklahoma City, and he had a 2.77 ERA in 8 starts in the minors. He went 4 innings, nothing great. Don't even go there. The Diamondbacks reinstated Jake Lamb. He went 0 for 4, made an error. First game in almost 3 months. He played 5 games before going on the injured list with that strained left quad, and he's been on rehab. The Dodgers sent down Will Smith back to Oklahoma City a couple of days after bringing him up. He had a home run, the game-winning home run, and then they made the move for Gonsolin. San Francisco and Colorado, David Dahl hit almost a 400-foot opposite field grand slam off of Jeff Samardzija in the 3rd inning, and the Giants responded with Sandoval's 10th home run in the bottom of the inning, but to no avail, as connected off of Samardzija. He hit an RBI single, did David Dahl in the 7th, and the only other Rockies player to drive in 5 runs at San Francisco was DJ LeMayu on June 28th of last year. Herman Marquez tossed a one-hitter at San Francisco back on April 14th, but he allowed 3 runs, 7 hits, not the same pitcher that we had hoped for. Struck out 2, walked 2 over 5 innings. Wade Davis got his 11th save in 13 opportunities. Samardzija, 7 innings at home against the Rockies in April. He was tagged for 5 runs, 3 hits in 5 innings. And San Francisco hadn't scored more than 1 run in the first inning since June 1st. And that was against Baltimore. So the first inning, man, it's unbelievable. Buster Posey grounded into a game-ending double play. He had been off most of the day following a night game. Stephen Vogt doubled among his 2 hits, making the start in Posey's place. Don't forget, Posey had right hip surgery in August last year, and they're taking a very cautious approach not to overuse him, especially in a time where the season is virtually over. Sandoval played 3rd, resting Evan Longoria, 7 for 38. That's 184 over his